Hello everyone. Let us continue with the definition we saw in the earlier video, that is to read an input and check whether it is an integer or not. And the solution we are going to look at in this video is based on the regular expression. So the first thing we are going to do is build the pattern. Now, integer number can be of the format, say 123. We would we may or may not consider the leading zero, that is entirely our choice, and an optional plus sign is again our choice. So having considered these things, let us create our pattern. So in the beginning we need a plus sign. How many? One or more, zero or one. So I'll put a question mark there. Only no plus sign or maybe a plus sign, so that is 0 or 1. Then I need a digit character. How many? uh, 1 or more till the end, right? We will make a few variations on this. So let us create our check variable where we will test the pattern on the string a, and if check is true, otherwise we will alert that the input is not right. So this is what we would do. Let us try this pattern and see if it is working or not. So let me try and enter a string like plus 123. So it is working fine. If I entered a fractional part, it says it is not an integer, and if I entered a non-numeric character, it says it is not an integer. Now the problem is that if I entered a 0 in the beginning, then it is going to say it is an integer. So if you want to resolve the situation, then instead of using the slash d, d stands for a digit character, you can go ahead and use in the uh, set of 1 to 9, and you can say um, one or more digits from this, which eliminates the 0 in the beginning, and then you can again put in the 0 to 9 to say one or more digits from this set. So the first digit will not include 0, but rest of the digits may include 0. So let us try this. Now if I entered a 123, it says it is not an integer, though it is an integer, but the 0 in the leading position is not permitted. So you can actually go ahead and do it like this. Now what if you wanted to put a minus sign in the beginning? You can actually go ahead and put in a set here. You really don't need this. Plus or minus 0 or 1. So an optional plus or minus is permitted. So let us see. If I put in a minus 123, then it says it is an integer. A plus 123, it still says it is an integer. And if I tried putting in a plus minus, it would end up saying it is not an integer. So this is the variation I would prefer. But if you want to have a leading zero permitted, for example, you want to put in a leading zero and you still want it to be an integer, then you may replace this with a backslash d, and that will resolve the situation. Try this out, and in the next video I'll show you a new definition.